That's cold. That's cold, but it's supposed to be. The next story of the day is about the Girl Scouts suing the Boy Scouts. So this story is a giant representation of what's wrong with the world right now socially. Like, I'm all for like liberalism, real liberalism, but like we're like, it's like taking your mind and wrapping it in a knot, and then wrapping that knot in a knot, and then wrapping that knot in a knot, and wrapping that knot in a knot, and just having a giant ball of knots and wondering why everything's tangled and being like, oh my God, it's the right wing. It's like, no, it's you. You guys are absolutely losing it, and I pray for your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit to make a comeback. But the Girl Scouts are suing the Boy Scouts because the Boy Scouts sold out, and they said, you know what? Even though we are the Boy Scouts for young boys, and here's the thing, if you want to make your own company, like, do that. But all right, so they said, we're gonna just be like the Scouts of America or something. We want girls in the Boy Scouts because, like, God forbid anything sacred and gender exists, and, you know, like, boys be boys and girls do their thing. We're going to be inclusive, so we're going to open to all, whatever, I don't care. To be honest, I wasn't a Boy Scout. I could really care less about, like, the whole thing. It doesn't really interest me. I'm not saying Boy Scouts don't, I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying, like, I have no chips in this game, per se. So, you think that girls would be happy, or the Girl Scouts would be happy? I don't know. But the Girl Scouts sued them because they're claiming that it hurts their brand. They're saying, you know, dropping the word boy damages our trademarks, our core identity, because Girl Scouts want to be the Scouts that girls can go to. And they feel like if the Boy Scouts aren't the Boy Scouts and they're just the Scouts, it's infringing on their brand because, you know, now girls are going to go there and we can't make hundreds of millions of dollars selling you guys delicious cookies. I love Thin Mints. Man, Thin Mints are good. Thin Mint ice cream is good too, but you know, it's just like, this is a perfect representation of what's wrong with the world. It's like, I'm inclusive, I'm pandering to your identity politics, and they're like, we're gonna sue you for doing what we told you to do. Wait, why am I getting sued? Because it's like, no one knows what's going on. I feel like, I don't know, why don't you just create your own, like, boy and girl joint uniform, like, running places and shooting bears and making campfires organization, like, why do you guys got to do this? I don't even know where to go to this story, so I'm not going to stay much longer, but it's just like, let the Boy Scouts be the Boy Scouts, let the Girl Scouts be the Girl Scouts, make your own Scouts, or call them like the Bear Association of like campfires and marshmallows and like teaching kids how to tie knots. Like, I don't know, make your own. Why do you got to ruin everything else? Like, even, I don't care about like things that are like the Black Association of America, the Women's Association of America, the Girls like, okay, like, to me, if you want to do that, you want to segregate yourself via groups based on your race or your religion or your gender, why not? Like, if that's the group you want to go to, like, I don't know, like, people do football events. I don't say, why is there no soccer here? It's like, well, it's an event for football. Like, I mean, football is soccer in Europe, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why is there no tennis here? It's like, well, it's not a tennis event. I get that, but here's the problem. I really hate to like blame this all on the left, because I don't believe, yeah, left and right, the dichotomy, yeah, it's the same bird when it comes to politics a lot of times, but like socially, a lot of things really are the left's fault. Christians and stuff and right-wingers have their own problems sometimes, but like it really is the left's fault. I'm sorry for this truth, but if you can have a black event, okay, that's fine. You could have a women's event, that's fine, but like, if you do a man's event, I have no idea what the Proud Boys did, but like, I know it was established because they were like, we're the men. And now they're like racist, sexist, white supremacists. Like, everyone's life is ruined for associating with them. And it's like, okay. I mean, maybe they did terrible things. I have no idea. I never followed them. I never joined. I never went to an event. I talked to one guy before who said it. But anyway, it's like, okay, can't do that. It's like, imagine if it was like a white man event. Like, what if I did a white man event? I mean, the whole world would come crashing down on me. So it's like, there's no consistency. If you want to segregate events via race and gender, like, whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care what you do, but they can do that. But if you're a man, you can't do that, and if you're white, you can't do that. So what message does this portray to me by people who are on the left? They just don't like white people. They just don't like men. Like, I don't know. It's like, I love women. I'm all for equality, but the modern day women's movements are anti-man. A lot of the modern day race movements are anti-white. And it's like, if Martin Luther King was alive and Martin Luther King was a white man, they would call him a white supremacist. I'm not lying. He believed in content of character. He wanted equality. If you said his talking points to a modern day liberal, they would say, you're racist, you should feel guilty, we can't have a level playing field, you need to go down, we need to go up, because that's how it's going to get equal. Martin Luther King would be called a white supremacist. It's like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I never got that phrase, and it doesn't make sense now, but it's like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, no Scouts, I'm suing you, you're suing them, we're going to segregate events on race and gender, but you can't, but we can, but we're equal, but we're not equal because you can't do what I can do, but we're still equal, but we want to be equal, but we don't want equality, we want 50-50 here, but actually we don't want you to exist. Like, just figure it. These people, all due respect, I really believe it starts with you. If you're not clear, if you don't have a clear mind, if you don't have a clear soul, you can't dictate what others do. Like, if you're lost, you're always going to see lost in others. If you're hateful and nasty and ugly internally, you're going to see ugliness and hatred and nastiness everywhere and freak out because you see it. So the beauty starts within. So a lot of these people, I think they mean well, but they're so twisted and lost inside, and Vice and Vox and New York Times and Huffington Post told them that they're shining seashells and everything they do is perfect and they're permanent victims, and it's great to feel bad for yourself even though you're living in the greatest era ever of like human civilization in the country that hopefully will get better but may never be as good as it is now. And you're choosing to live this life. So it's like, just change yourself to change the world. Heal yourself to heal the world. It's a lot of lost people trying to get followers. You can't follow someone who's lost. You're going to run in the wrong direction. You're going to get lost in the woods, then you're going to need a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout to come save you. Next story is about Shannon Sharpe.